Good morning, folks. Welcome to the channel. The channel is Gray Cloudy Day. I am Gray Cloud, Shades of the Eternal Moment. This morning's video is not really about anything quite in particular, and I have a brief moment. Well, actually, I'm on the time frame because I'm just sitting here. I'm pretty much ready, but I'm going to change shirts, and then I'm going to put on socks and shoes because I am going to attend church today. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here, thanks for being here and checking the video out. If you like this video, which this video has no actual structure, I'm just kind of putting it out there to talk to the audience, to the subscribers, to my fellow ship of the clouds there. Because if you're new here, and even people that have been here for a while may not have caught on yet, that I consider the community of the channel, even though the channel is Gray Cloudy Day, I like to call us the Fellowship of the Clouds. One day, I'd like to maybe make a shirt with some sort of, maybe some clouds on it, and it says the Fellowship of the Clouds, something like that. And maybe it might even, I would like to incorporate the word ditto onto the shirt of some sort, whether it's the Fellowship of the Clouds or not, but I'd like to put ditto equals love, because if you're unaware, I end up almost every video by signing off with my name and everything and my title, and I end it by saying ditto, D-I-T-T-O, which means same as, back at you. But for me, it was a word that Sarah and I used to tell each other we loved each other. Sarah passed back in 2018 on a drug overdose. And ever since, I wanted to honor her memory by using that word in my circles. Now, I don't use it much with anybody I know personally, physically. I've explained it to my sister, and of course, she just says, I love you. She don't understand, It's just like my sister has never really worked with me on calling me Gray Cloud. She still likes to call me by my birth name. I have no problem with that necessarily because she is my sister. And while I can remember right quick, if you're still with me, hit the like button for me, please. I'm trying to remember this stuff. And hopefully on this video, I can put the name of the channel at the front. Hopefully you saw that, because I'm experimenting with an app. Don't know why I just didn't do this sooner than anything. But yeah, not everybody's going to understand why I stopped going by my legal name. Of course, it is still on paper, and my monthly check comes into my legal name. But Gray Cloud was something given to me in them woods back in 2008, by the Big Coon and by Spirit, the Creator. And it wasn't given to me. It was revealed to me that is who I've always been, even before I got here on Earth. You can take it or leave it. I really don't. Well, I do care. Don't get me wrong, I do care. But if you don't believe what I say, it is irrelevant, because I'm not here to try to convince you of anything. All I'm trying to do on this channel is what the Spirit moves me to do. Sometimes I'm doing things on my own accord. A lot of times when it comes to me talking about comic books or my action figures, which, I'm still slacking on doing as much of, but we're getting back to that. I'm working on a routine, or I'm trying to work out a schedule of what day a week I would like to have it official, that on that particular day you can expect at least something about a comic book, a toy, or something current, something that's like fun, and it ain't all just about motivational or spiritual and all that. Now, don't get me wrong, This channel is largely based on my experience with God, my walk in life, where I'm at today, where I was, because let me tell you, I was a slobbering mess just 2.5 years ago. I'm still a mess. I'm just not as much of a slobbering mess anymore, you know? Since I stumble here and there and make the choice again every once in a while, but for the most part, I don't drink anymore. It's unhealthy for me mentally, spiritually, and physically. I definitely have health issues because of it. I'm not here trying to tell you how to live your life, and I don't ever want to come across that way. But I wanted to just talk for a minute. I'm just this morning reflecting on things, and I don't know, man. Like yesterday, I'd been toying with the idea of and didn't know what to do. But last month, I shared with everybody. If you go back last month, you'll find a few videos where I talked about something that was really eating at me. A friend of mine, I thought it was like a brother from back where I was born and raised, and he used to live with me and mom and everything. I don't know if it's because I asked him if he could send me a little bit of cash till I got paid and I'd pay him back or what, but he ain't talked to me since. He won't respond to a text. He won't answer a phone call. He won't. So yesterday, I deleted his number out of my phone. Went on Facebook. I unfriended. And I went ahead and blocked because I was like, I ain't got the time of day for this crap. If I did something to offend you and I did something that was out of line, then at least try to talk to me about it. But as far as something that should have been, I have no idea. I know that I have not, I know myself, I know I have not said or done anything that was so foul or anything like that should have, called for complete not answering any calls, no texting back. You're talking about someone that comes back into your life and then for whatever reason, maybe it is because I asked for a favor. Well, you could have told me no in the first place, and that's just the fact. Now, I shouldn't have even asked probably, but geez, if that's all it took was to not talk to me anymore when you were calling me every single day. I mean, every day this dude was talking to me, man. That's how close we were. But, God told me yesterday, let him be where he's at. For whatever reason, I didn't block his phone number, but I just deleted it out of my contacts. I don't have any use for it. Now, if he contacted me, I would see the area code and I know where he's calling from. I'd say that's probably his number, and I'd probably maybe answer it. But that's about it. Anyway, I don't know if that's petty, but I just am tired of thinking about it. And God told me to let it go. And so this will be the last time you'll even hear me talk about any of that crap. And I want to also say thank you to anybody that was in the live stream yesterday. I thought that went fairly well. Teresa, kudos to you. There were several people. There was a guy in there with something Outlaw Pantera, or the Outlaw Pantera rules. Time something. Sorry about that. I can't remember exactly. There was at least 4 people that did chime in the chat, and we had a total of 6 people actually stopping by and viewing. I think there was connection problems. So, which I was streaming straight off of just unlimited data. Now, my data never really slows down. But, if I'm running off of data and then somebody else is just on their phone, if they're having a bad connection or whatever, if the clouds were out and the weather was bad, it could have been affecting any of it. But I kept seeing, people would show me, okay, there's 1 person watching, then there's 2 people, then there's 3, 4, 5, then it would drop down to 2, and then it'd be back to 4. So you could tell that people were cutting in and out. And that's just probably going to happen sometimes depending on what location you're at. So I'm looking forward to doing more live streams. I haven't pinpointed the next day to schedule one, but I can't tell you for sure that after church today that I might get out of church and the Spirit is moving so good that it says, hey, do a live stream at this time. Tell everybody that you're going to go live at this time. You know, I don't know. Like, I don't want to just, but as far as me trying to figure out, I want to try to plan another live stream maybe one day this week before the next weekend. I definitely am going to try to do one next Saturday. I did it yesterday, close to 1 o'clock. I was going to try to start at 12, but something came up. I was able to go take a shower, and that was cool. I was able to be clean. But anyway, that's about all I needed to say. I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to end it for this and continue. I got to put my shoes and socks on, change shirts, and see what time it is. I don't even know what time it is. It was getting close to 9 o'clock. You have a good day, guys. Fellowship of the Clouds. This is Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. Over and out. Ditto.